Isabella here, and welcome to a new video. In case you were confused, I am not Stitch. But I am having a bad hair day, and so I decided to put on my hat since I never wear them. So, yeah, keep my head warm and keeping me sane. So yeah, today's video is going to be a video that I do every semester when the semester ends. And that's going to be me sharing with you guys my semester projects, which I'm super excited to share with you guys what I've done throughout the semester and yeah, all the assignments I did. So this semester I had 3 3D classes. So I'm just going to share with you guys my one character rig that I did for my rigging class, because I'm not going to show you guys my first rig and my second rig, because the third rig is basically just a culmination of the first two, so it's not really anything exciting. Then there's my animation class, which I did 3 assignments, so I'm going to share with you guys the animation I did for that. And then there's my third class, which is my lighting class, which is what I'm going to be majoring in. So yeah, that's the class I have the most projects to share with you guys. I have like 9. So without further ado, let's just get into this.
Hey guys, so here it is. Here is my my wallpaper. It's changed since last time. I have the new Miraculous Season 6 wallpaper. Anyway, here are my classes. So I'm going to share my final rigging assignment first, my animation second, and my lighting third. So for the rigging, as I mentioned, we did 3 assignments, but the last one was the most important one. That was the one where we had to do a full body rig and a facial rig together. The first 2 assignments were basically just doing a full body rig or a facial rig, but not putting them together. So I'm not going to go over the first 2 because the third one is basically these 2 in one. So yep, I have my rig open here. So for those of you who don't know, we made these rigs using this program or software called Advanced Skeleton, which it's kind of, it basically, it's an automatic rigger, so it rigs it for you. All you have to do is place the targets where you want them to go, basically on like the joints and whatnot, and then it'll rig it for you, put all the controls and everything. So that's basically what we had to do for the final assignment. The first 2 assignments, we had to do it manually, so that took forever. And then we were taught how to use an auto rigger, which made everything super fast, much more simple, and I much preferred it, to be honest. But we had to learn how to do it manually first, because that's important. But yeah, so basically each controller controls something. We can move the head here, we can move it side to side, we can move the arms and the legs, stuff like that. Yeah, different. So basically rigging is just to make the model that we have basically animatable and movable. So yeah, we put a bunch of controls and we rig it to be able to move it in different ways. And yeah, so we also did the feet here, which are really cool. So yeah, we did this whole rig on our own and it was super fun. Yeah, I was really happy with the final outcome. Then for the facial rig, it comes with these little controllers where you can control the eyebrows, the mouth, the nose, different things like that, which was super cool, and really fun. So yeah, and then we have like little things like emotions here that it auto does for you, and you can change them if they're not to your liking. Um, and yeah, that was really fun. And then phenomens, which are basically different ways, different mouth shapes. My mouth is terrible, so ignore it. That's the one area on this rig that I didn't have time to fix, was the mouth, so yeah. Now I'm going to share with you guys the ROM animation I did, which is basically range of motion to show how the rig moves when being pushed to its absolute limit. So certain things will be off. Like in this one, you guys will see the neck is going to distort in weird ways, but I still passed the assignment, so I was really proud with how this turned out, despite the neck being the only issue. So I tried my best. But yeah, everything else moves perfectly fine. I'm really proud with how this turned out. And yeah. And it goes, that was a little weird. Even this area here is a little off. But you know what? We did our best. And yeah, then it does this cool pose. And then we had to do a face emotion video. The mouth is gonna be bizarre, so just ignore this. But yeah, the mouth was the one thing that was giving me the most trouble, and I didn't have enough time to fix it. But I still passed, so I was very happy with that. So yeah, it basically goes through all of the different emotions and different things. So yeah. And that was the rigging assignment. And now we're on to the animation stuff. So the animation stuff, we had 3 assignments. Assignment 1, we had to do a baseball scene, I believe. And it was 2 shots. This whole assignment was called a cutscene. So we had to do like 2 scenes that like follow each other. So yeah, this was the first assignment of the semester, and I was super proud of this. Animation is my second favorite class after lighting, and I was originally gonna pursue animation, but decided on lighting because there's certain aspects of animation that I kind of don't understand, and the teacher's been trying to teach me, but I don't think I'm getting it, so I don't think I have the necessary skills or necessary like brain chemistry to understand. I don't know. Animation is very complex. It's one of the hardest jobs in the 3D industry, so I'm not going to be too hard on myself about it. I just really enjoyed this class, and getting to animate is a job, and getting like super critical feedback. This was more just really fun to do. So yeah, this was the baseball, and then we had to focus on the facial for the second part, which this was the first time we've ever done facial in animation classes that we've been taking. And it was so much fun. I was super scared at first because there's so many controls and you don't really know what to use at first. But then once you figure out which controls help you do what you need to do, it becomes super simple. And I was so proud of this face. Like he really looks like what the reference is doing, and I was really happy with it. We find some things to gripe about, but that's his job. He's an anime director, so he's always gonna find something. So anyway, I was really proud of this. And then the second assignment was we had to pick a movie reference, and we had to follow that. We had to follow the Margot Robbie, for those of us who aren't going to be animators. Apparently this was the easiest one to do, to follow, but I found it the hardest. Like, as you guys can see in this facial animation, I found it harder to get it to feel human and less robotic. It just doesn't feel as smooth as the first one I did when it comes to the emotions and stuff, so yeah, it just didn't feel as human to me. So I was a bit disappointed with this assignment, but I tried my best, and that's all you can do. So yeah, that was this assignment. It was just to focus on the facial and nothing else. Well, I had to focus on some of the body, but yeah, that was what we had to do. And then the third assignment, we had to do lip sync. Not all of us had to do lip sync. Only the ones who were going to become animators. But I did some lip sync anyway, just to try it out. So yeah, we had to film our own reference, and we had to follow an audio track. So yeah. Audio, and I don't want to get copyrighted, but yeah, this is from Wish, the audio, and yeah, I had to film my own reference. I'm super proud of the reference I filmed. I think I did a great job with the acting, and my teacher even commented on my acting, so that was great. I was super proud of it, and I was also really proud of this animation. Lip sync is really difficult, and I think for my first time, I think I did a really good job, so I was really proud of that. Proud of the emotions, proud of the animation of the body and the acting of the basically the character. So yes, we ended the semester with an amazing project, and I am so happy with how this turned out. And yeah, it just feels human. It doesn't feel robotic like the other one. So I'm very happy with it. And yeah, that's it for the animation. Now we're gonna go to the lighting, which we have. Alright, exercise 1, we have to do a day and night scene. So for these, we get the scene given to us, and what we have to do is create the composition, texture the objects, and light the scene ourselves. So that's what I did for this one, and I just love lighting. It makes like all the little texture details pop, like the little the and things like that. Those are things that I really love, seeing like a finished product with the details of the textures really like coming to life through the lighting. I really love it. It's just the whole seeing a finished product at the end and seeing something really beautiful is something I love, and I really enjoyed lighting this scene. It was really fun. And then now time for the night. Nighttime shots are harder than daytime shots. But my teacher, like, I passed and I got a great grade. So my teacher even commented on my assignment and gave me some positive, great feedback. And I was super happy with it. So yeah, considering it was my first time doing a night scene, I was really happy with how the lights turned out, how the lighting looks, how the textures look. love the little details of the reflections. Um, Everything is just pretty, except for the little bit of grain in the render. But everything else was great. I lit everything well, and the composition really draws your eye. And yeah, I was really happy with this. And I like how I lit the Ferris wheel. So, this was my night scene. Our second exercise was subsurface scattering, which is basically how light moves through objects that aren't transparent, but like it has to do with the dense areas of an object and the less dense areas, and how light do two objects with subsurface scattering. This object is a bad example. This was a terrible job, but this one, the marble statue, I got a lot of great feedback again from my teacher on how realistic this looks, and I was so proud of my work. But yeah, as you can see, the thinner areas light passes through really easily, and then the more dense areas like here, the light's not passing through, so it's darker. So that's basically what subsurface scattering is. And yeah, we had to do that effect, and we had to make it look like a realistic texture. And this looks absolutely real to me. I absolutely love it. This is the stuff in lighting that I love, seeing these textures. And lighting makes everything beautiful, not just textures. It adds such a mood, and yeah, that was this assignment. I really loved it. Exercise 3, I can't remember what this realistic goggles. And yeah, I did really good on this project. The only thing that didn't look too realistic was the metal over here on the rim, the teacher told me. But everything else, otherwise, the lighting is beautiful. The color palette with the greens, the pinks, and the yellows, which are really like pastel. I love the color palette that I chose, and I really love this final render. I think it's gorgeous, and I'm personally really proud of it. There's even a little leather detailing over here if you look close enough, which I'm really proud of. And yeah, the brass all looks kind of cool. But yeah, I'm super proud of this, even if I did a little boo-boo with the metal. I really wanted it to look rusty a bit, so I feel like I accomplished that, but anyway, this was really fun as well, so I'm really proud of these. Exercise 4. What did we have to do? Oh. This was a shot that we got everything done for us, the lighting, the texturing. All we had to do was put puddles on the street. And the way we did that is we were taught to take the roughness map, so the streets roughness map, and we had to put it in Photoshop and add black little splotches to it to make the puddles, and then we bring it back into Maya and put it in the roughness. We plug it into the roughness, and then little puddles appear, and it was super fun and magical, and it was really exciting. And I moved the lamp because it was a little too far down, and I wanted it to light up this foreground area. But yeah, the composition was all me. I decided to light the lamppost, but that was it. That was the only thing I did. But yes, this was really pretty, and I had fun. Exercise 5, we had to do graphic art, so it was basically like pop art. We had to make 3D objects 2D. And this is what came of it. I'm thinking of going for a similar style in my final film. Maybe a little less poppy, but about the same. So yeah, I just decided to focus on tech stuff as like the theme of this composition and this piece of art, I guess. So I put a camera, headphones, and a keyboard. And yeah, I picked this color palette, and I really think it's really pretty. Yeah, I'm just really happy with the overall product. It took a while to get the placement of all the objects just the way I liked, but overall, I think it really turned out well, and I got the effects of the shadows and the bright lights exactly where I wanted them, and that took a bit of time, but I think it turned out great, and I absolutely love it. Next, we have to do an above water and an underwater scene. So yeah, for the above water, we had to pick a color palette as well. This is more docile and more dark. The water looks real, but it also looks like this whole shot is like from a video game, so it doesn't look exactly realistic. It's not my favorite thing I've done this semester in lighting class, so that was a bit disappointing. But my underwater scene was really good, which is the one I want to show you guys next. So yeah, for the underwater, I wanted to have the tire in the foreground, and then the shark and the man over here. Texture, which was really cool. I love the reflections on the top here. The lighting that I did, I think it's really nice. You can see the shark and the man really well. It's not too overlit or underlit. And yeah, we have a little boat in the background. So yeah, we had to place everything on our own to make the composition. And I think I did a really good job. We even had and that's using a technique called gobo, which is basically faking this pattern, and it's just gorgeous. I love how it looks throughout all the sand. It really adds that realistic effect. But I love this lighting effect. This is the stuff in lighting I think lighting is more my thing than anything else. But yeah. This was super interesting and difficult, but I had fun. For this one, we had to do fur, so it's not really lighting, but we did have to light the scene. So yeah, we got a wooble, and we had to make it some fur. The bottom fur looks really fake. Kind of like toy hair, and then the top looks like really realistic. So I was loving the top, but not the bottom. But it's cool. It's like it takes a lot of render power to get it not too green like that, and we don't have that kind of time. So yeah, my inspiration for this was a Cabbage Patch. No, not Cabbage Patch doll. A troll doll, sorry. And I think I did a good job with that. I added a lamp to add some lighting to the hair to draw more attention to it, and my favorite part of the hair, so yeah, that was the fur assignment. I doubt I'm gonna be doing that in my lighting career, but lighting fur probably. This is where we had to draw the viewer's eye using value, proximity, and hue and saturation techniques. So yeah, basically it's what it looks like. Your eye is drawn to the purple because of its hue and saturation. Everything else is the same hue and saturation. And then this one object isn't. It's different, so it draws your eye in this chaotic mess. So we learned that technique to draw attention to things in like a big crowd, by making it stand out with its color, making it like brighter and just, more interesting. And I really had fun with this. It was really exciting. This one we had to do proximity, which means basically all these items are close together, whereas this guy is all alone, so your eye is drawn to him. And I loved how I compositioned this, because it's like draws your eye directly in the center, and I really liked this. So yeah, this was super fun as well. All these assignments were great. And yeah, this one we had to draw the eye with value, so I used literal, he's in the spotlight, and everything else is not, so it's like, it draws your eye to him in the spotlight, and everything else is in darkness. And also, everything else is in a color that's really desaturated and dark, whereas he's in, like, these really pastel kind of colors, and so your eye is drawn to him in the chaos. So, loved this one too, was really proud of it, and yeah, I had so much fun. I'm gonna keep saying fun because that's what these lighting assignments are. For this assignment, we had to do high key and low key lighting, which basically high key is done for commercials, which means everything is basically well lit. Low key is basically what you see in films where not everything is well lit. And for this, we had to do an animated sequence with lighting and render it. But I don't have that file, so I can't share it with you guys. But it was my worst assignment of the semester, so I'd rather not show it anyway. But yeah, for the last two assignments, we had to render a realistic model of something we'd done in modeling class. So I had done a Dyson, so I decided to render and texture this. So we had to make it realistic. So I did the kind of like matte plastic here, the kind of like metallic here, plastic, more plastic, and the like little effects that you see in the textures. These are the things that make me love lighting. It's it's really cool to see things come to life and look like what they should look like. And I added the logo, which I didn't have to do, but I thought it was a fun touch. So yeah, that's the object I did. And then for the final, we had to do a room that we had modeled previously. We had to texture it, light it, make the composition. We had to do everything. And I was so proud of this one. It was my favorite assignment of the year. So here it is. I think this is absolutely beautiful. I think I got 100% on this, and I was so proud of it. It is so pretty. The lighting is great. The textures look really well done. It doesn't look like a computer game. It looks almost like a real room. I love what I did with the textures, adding these indentations that look real, especially in the carpet, and the floorboards. Yeah, everything just feels natural and looks like it should, and I really am so proud of this. I think if there's any project I should have gotten for, it would be this one. So, yeah. Last assignment, guys. That is it.
Okay, guys, so that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know this video was really long, but you're not going to get another 3D video this summer, so yeah, enjoy it. And next school year, both of my semesters are mostly on the final film, so less projects that I have to share with you guys when those semesters are finishing. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please give it a like and comment down below what your favorite thing in 3D is. Mine is lighting, as I said. And please subscribe for more. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.